that connection. Let's carry on the discussions here in the studio. And you were shaking, well, you were nodding your head in agreement there, Mike Williams, just about the fact that Kiev can't do really very much now at all.
No, there's not much they can do. I think that there won't be an official recognition of the situation, but that doesn't mean that the situation on the ground hasn't changed. And I doubt that they're going to challenge that directly militarily, and the Western countries certainly have no desire to do that. And so I think that at the moment it'll just be a situation of wait and see. But the real concern is I think further annexation of territory. I just came back from Tallinn in Estonia, where I can tell you that there's a very palpable fear in a very small country of about 1.2 million people with about a 30% Russian ethnic minority population who are very concerned that the Russian government will use a pretext like they have in Crimea to annex Estonian territory.
Even though it's part of the European Union.
Even though it's part of the European Union. They don't, and they say, well, we're in NATO, we're in the EU, and so we hope, but we're a little country. Russia could swallow us up, as one local put it, and no one would really even notice. So I think there's a lot to be concerned about, because as you heard in the analysis and in the speech, President Putin really laid out a wide claim to intervene wherever he thought that sort of Russians were being oppressed. And as we know from independent observers on the ground, no one has been oppressed in Crimea whatsoever. So this is it's a complete imaginary happening, what's happened there. He used the Kosovo precedent, but Kosovo is completely different. There was a 10-year period where you had ethnic cleansing, you had oppression by the government, you had international processes involving Russia as well as Western countries to try and stop this. And NATO only intervened after a decade. And here we have basically within a few weeks a situation that has been entirely fabricated on one side, used as a pretext to basically annex territory, which we haven't seen since the Second World War.
Alexei, what now? I mean, as Kiev obviously can't do anything militarily.